Kevin's 5 bets, proudly brought to you by Betway, of course. Kev, let's get straight into it because I don't want to talk about last week. I don't want to talk about 2 weeks ago. I only care about this week. What we got this week?
So I'm just going to go through the fixtures in the Premier League first. I want you to give me some hip help here. I've made my predictions, but so we're just going to look at Everton, Liverpool. I mean, this is going to be Saturday's big games. Everton take on Liverpool. Everton put 4 past Forest. It was Forest, yeah, and then Liverpool drew.
No, Wolves. Everton Wolves, yeah.
Put 4 past Wolves. What do you think?
I think that game is one of the most unpredictable. I think that might be outside of United, Liverpool, as that Northwest derby. I think Everton, Liverpool's the biggest derby in the Premier League.
Yeah,
and that's unpredictable. It's the last one at Goodison Park. Kev, I've got some bad news for you. I'm thinking scoring draw there.
Yeah, I'll get into my things. I'm actually not far away from you there as well. Villa, Southampton. Villa finally broke they've won the first game in 6. Southampton, I don't know what to make of them anymore. I think they're just going down quicker than the Queen Mary.
Listen, Morgan Rogers, what a goal. Southampton create chances. Yeah. The problem is the back door. The water's leaking out the back door.
They did it again.
Yeah.
The keeper passed out and gave it away again. It's their 9th mistake in that same way again. And Russell Wilson just going, it's okay, man. We're learning. But see, we were brilliant at times. But you're brilliant and you're crap. Don't be brilliant and be a team that needs to just launch the ball.
There's a great British-ism. It makes my piss hot. A friend of mine, a Brit mate of mine, said it makes my piss hot as soon as you do something he didn't like. It makes Southampton's fans piss hot. The fact that he's just, mate, it's not degrading.
Yeah.
Let's say 4 of every phase of play, 4 out of every 10. Just go long. Like it's not embarrassing. This Russell Martin wanting to be Pep Guardiola, it's absolutely insane.
It's hilarious. Then there's Brentford, Newcastle. I'm not even going to bother betting on that. I think.
Well, where is that, by the way?
That's at the G-Tech Community Stadium in Brentford.
Okay, so Brentford, just so you know, are a goal-scoring machine at home.
Yeah.
Away, do you know Brentford, top of the league, home form, they are top of the league. Away, they're second from bottom. So at home, it's a goal fest. Away, we saw last night again. What happened?
Yeah, Palace City?
No, City. Where is it?
It's at Palace. Selhurst Park.
Ooh, Croydon's a tough place to go. A bunch of yobbos out there, they'll get loud. I love them. I'm a yobbo myself, working class hero. So I would say that one's tricky, Kev. That one's tricky. Can I think about that? Because I haven't put my betting slip down. I need to hear what you've got to say. But I wouldn't be shocked there. Can I shock you? Wouldn't be shocked with a score draw there as well.
Yeah, I just like the fact that Kevin De Bruyne is back. We spoke about him yesterday. We spoke about him on Monday.
Yeah.
City needed him back. And if he has got a problem with Pep Guardiola, get over it.
Yeah.
Play Kevin De Bruyne at the City. United at home to Forest.
Tricky.
Tricky.
Sticky. Even though Forest losses to City, City's got their full lineup back. I mean, Doku, Grealish, they all started last night and they looked proper. De Bruyne looked.
He's got 2 days. I don't think he's ever had to do this before. 2 days to turn the team around, and that's short. Basically, have 2 training sessions, very gentle, running them through.
Yeah.
There's no intensity. There's no copper stump sort of. Get that fitness stuff.
Yes.
He just have to work on the way they think. I think more than anything else.
I think Forest beat United. Close, like a 2-1 thing. Because I saw last night. Can I quickly tell you why? I think I saw last night what Man United's problem is that they don't have any X factor outside of Ahmad. Ahmad is the only guy who's got like that je ne sais quoi. The rest of them, something's wrong. Even up top, you saw Højlund come off. He was very unhappy. And it didn't really change anything. Xerxes more of a number 10 for me. He's not actually your out-and-out number 9. You know, they've got the same problem that Arsenal have got, is once you don't have Højlund, you don't have that front man, especially in this formation with Amorim. You've seen with Gyökeres what they want is they want that reference up top because they want to play quick through the lines, get it to him, and then everyone else joins him. And without Højlund, they can't do that. And Højlund's looking very frustrated.
And there's a lot of talk about Real Madrid coming in for Dalot if they can't get Trent Alexander-Arnold, and they want somebody on a free. So they don't want to pay any money because they don't think they have any left.
That's exactly an interesting one there.
Yeah. So then we go to Sunday. Fulham Arsenal by a distance, easy. Probably about 3.
Big time.
Just
Pile it on.
Just give them corners. Ipswich, Bournemouth. You think Ipswich are in trouble, don't you?
I do think Ipswich are in trouble. I think Bournemouth are playing very, very well. I do like Iriola as a coach. I think Bournemouth easy there.
Yeah, okay. And Leicester, Brighton.
Brighton easy.
Yeah, it's at the King Power Stadium. Leicester have won a game, and I think they're still in relegation. They may have just crawled out of it.
Yeah.
And then here's the big one for you: Spurs, Chelsea. Hopper 6 on a Sunday.
I do worry about Chelsea's defense. If Spurs get it right, they can be on. What I like is Maresca rotated. He changed 8 last night. I can't see Spurs beating us now.
Okay, right. Let's get into mine. So I've gone Everton, Liverpool. Everton are 6.8 to win. The draw is 4.8 and Liverpool to win 1.44. So I've gone with both teams to score.
I like
at
that.
1.96 because I think that's a safe bet. Liverpool do score goals. Mo Salah is not going to, he's got, I think this is his 9th goal in the season so far. He is incredible. Show Mo the dough. Don't mess around anymore. It's unbelievable. Just give him a year or 2 year, a year contract with an option. I think that's the best thing.
Sure.
But yeah, just give him the dough.
So we're quite similar then in terms of the, okay.
You said a score draw. So
Yeah.
you can do that as well. You can take a double chance on Betway. So you can go for a score draw as well.
Okay, if you are just joining us, we are doing Kev's 5 bets, proudly brought to you by Betway. We're into our first one. It is the Merseyside derby, Everton, Liverpool. He's gone both teams to score at 1.96.
Yeah. Then Aston Villa, Southampton away. Southampton's away to Aston Villa. Villa at 1.4 to win. The draw is 5.2 and Southampton the same as Everton at 6.8. And that's, for those that don't understand, that's 6.8 to 1. So if you put down R1, you'll get 6.8 Rand back. So I've gone, I'm hedging my bets. I've gone with both teams to score because Southampton do score goals. And Villa showed that they can score goals the other night. So I'm 1.64. I think that's a safe option for me.
Love that.
Okay. Then Palace City. It's Palace 5.4 draw. Is 4.3, 1.57. Manchester City, I've gone again. Both teams to score, yes. So that's 1.73. So, yeah.
Kev, I don't hate that. Let me tell you why. Mateta is now coming into the form that we saw at the end of season. Not sure if you saw his goal. My word. He looked like R9 Ronaldo with all those step overs and the lob. He's starting to come into it. And Eze, I'm liking a little bit more now. He's starting to take a little bit more control. I really like the way he played over the weekend. So I don't hate that. Both teams to score. The problem is Man City might have 5 by the time they get there.
That's true. And I mean, Southampton 20th. Their last 5 games, one lost, drawn, lost. They've lost 11 and won just one game. Villa 7th. They've lost, drawn, lost 1. 22 points. They're just 4 points behind City in 4th. So they're not bad. So they're still hoping for that top 4 and the chance of getting up. Same as I'm looking down to Palace. City are 4th. They finally won a game after 4 losses in a row the other night. And Palace are 17th, drawn, but I think Palace could do it. Going over to the Bundesliga, Mönchengladbach. I love saying that. That's the only thing I can say properly. They're playing their way to Borussia Dortmund. 3.4 for Mönchengladbach. The draw is 3.9. And the away win for Borussia Dortmund is 2.06. I've gone with Dortmund to win. They're 5th in the league. They've scored 23 goals for, 19 against, 10 points off Bayern Munich, and they're on 20 points. Gladbach are 10th, just below them, but they score 18 goals, but then they ship 17.
Oh dear.
So I think Dortmund to win. I think Dortmund are in a bit of a stream of form at the moment.
Nuri Sahin, very great manager. I love him. Love the way he sounds. Love everything he's about. Superb player in his time.
Cool. And then there's Girona versus Real Madrid. I don't know what to make of this because I did this bet before last night's game. And they lost 2-1 to the Athletic Club with Mbappe missing another penalty. 2
penalties in a week. Less than a week that he's missed.
Ancelotti is not happy. There's also been rumours about him being hooked into the season or even halfway through the season. If he doesn't and yet that's ridiculous, but that's typical Real Madrid.
It is.
There's talk about Solari coming back in.
No.
And so he is furious with Mbappe. Yeah.
Understandably, Kylian Mbappe, I want to say this from years ago. When the rumors started, 2 years ago when he was rumored to wanting to leave, I don't know if you remember, Macron, yes, the president of France, phoned and intervened in the deal.
Yeah.
And I said then, why are you, and I don't want to, it's available on other platforms where I said this. I said, why are you going for a left winger? In my opinion, Vinicius Jr. was already then the best left winger in the world, and no one listened to me. And lo and behold, here we find ourselves, Kylian Mbappe out of place. And at Real Madrid, one thing he's going to learn quite quickly, Kev, is it's almost like the difference between your parents and the real world. Your parents will protect your foibles. They'll love you. You know, like your mommy.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my boy. Sorry, my darling. When you get to the real world, people don't tolerate your incompetency so much. Is he left home for the first time and he's being exposed finally to the most ruthless fan base in the world? The one thing you don't want is Kylian Mbappe. Once those white handkerchiefs come out, they never turn around because they do not mess around. Listen. Those Real Madrid fans are bloody ruthless. They turned on Arjen Robben. Who the hell are you? If you think they turned on Wesley Sneijder, they turned on Iker Casillas. Iker Casillas, by the way, had to leave through the back door. You know who else they turned on? Raul Gonzalez. They turned on Raul. He was shipped to Schalke because they felt he wasn't good enough.
Unbelievable.
So if Mbappe thinks he's in for a good time, he's in for something else. So I do think you've made a good point here. So Kev, you've gone with Real to win away at Girona, who are owned by Man City.
So a 10 Rand bet will get you a return of 195 Rand at 85%. With the Betway win boost, which comes on if you take certain 5 in a row, that boost goes up to 215 Rand and 48 cents. So you can put more on if you like. If you put 100 Rand on, you're going to win 1,950 Rand. So it's a good deal.
$100 happening this weekend. In fact, Kev, I'm going to go with your exact betting slip. I'm going to put $100 down. It's happening on Betway, huh?
Yeah, cool. I'm just going to you can get my code. The booking code will be underneath this video a bit later, so you can just click on the link and go straight through.
Click on the link for Kev's video bets. I'm going to put $100 down. I'm going to win 2,000 Rand on the weekend, and I'm going to take myself for a lovely lunch next week. Thanks to Kevin and Betway. All right, in 60 seconds, we will have the legendary Betway Premier League, Premier Soccer League commentator and Betway ambassador, Mr. Baba Mthethwa. His iconic Hobota Tawana has been the mainstay of SuperSport coverage for the league for ages. An icon and somebody who we are looking forward to having on. Baba Mthethwa, 60 seconds.
Get on the air and join Africa's biggest omni-sport conversation right now. WhatsApp us +27 788 777716.
Now joining us, a man who has brought joy and misery to my life. I'll tell you why it's both. It's because my beloved Orlando Pirates have not been winning the league since Kaizer Chiefs came into it. And it has truly been Botata over the last 7 years. Sundowns have romped to the league. Ladies and gents, the one and only Baba Mthethwa. An honor to have you on the show, sir.
Good morning, and how are you?
Very, very good. So you need little to no introduction to sports fans. Let's get straight into it. How did you get into football commentary, and what inspired you to be a commentator? Who was your idol?
Well, thank you for having me. I must say that it has always been something I've always wanted. Though, at first I was in love with radio, but I never got a chance to do comment on radio. And when I was at varsity, we used to have a soccer league at the University of the North, and I used to ask them, can I please take the microphone on the PA system and commentate while the guys are playing? And that's when the whole thing started. And then from there onwards, I never looked back. I joined SABC in 1997, and then today I'm at SuperSport 13 years down the line. And my idol has always been the man that I still work with even now. He's still my mentor, ZZ Zamamason.
Ah, the one and only. I mean, the one and only. Two icons were working together. You know, back then when you were presenting at university, I'm sure little did they know. Some people would have just walked past you and thought, who's this guy? What's he doing? Who does he think he is? Little did they know. Little did they know. And this is why they say if you're focused, anything is possible. I absolutely love that. Now, you've had some career. I mean, starting University of the North, and you've gone on to cover so many matches. Do you know how many matches you've covered, and do you count them when you do them?
I do have a Bible that I have since 1999. That means 97, 97 and 98. I didn't have any documented information, but from 1999 onwards until today, I do know. I've done 38 Soweto derbies.
Wow.
I've done 42 local finals, all competitions. And in terms of the league, I've done almost 1,000 games in the league. Because remember, the league started, when I started, it was Castle League, then it changed to Absa Premiership, then it changed to DSTV Premiership, and now Betway Premiership. So it's been a long road. If you look at how many games I do a year, Before, in the beginning, we used to do about 100 games a year, and then I would do probably 70% of those. And then now we do almost 350 games per year at Supersport, and probably I would do about 40% plus of those, because now we share the platform with other people.
And tell me something. When you've been doing something this long, as amazing as football is, for me, it's my life. I go to bed thinking about it. I wake up thinking about it. I dream about it. Is for you, does it ever become tedious, or is it just something you love so much that you're still loving it all these years later?
I'll tell you something. When I started doing this thing, I never thought I would last this long. I never thought I would be relevant for so long, almost 2 decades, almost going to 3 decades now. But remember, what drives me more, it's not about waking up and going to work. It's the passion that I have and respect that I have for the viewers. Because for me, it's not about me listening to myself. It's about me dishing out information and also making sure that I entertain, I educate, and I inform. Info edutainment to the viewers. Remember, some people don't love football. They'll only watch football because it's your voice. So you need to respect that as well. Some people tell me when I see me on the street that I didn't like football, but when I heard your voice and I heard how you do your thing on football, suddenly I've just loved football, and my wife and my children and my father and whoever that I know. So now, it becomes a norm that whenever I see a microphone, I want to talk. So just to add quickly on that, remember, football, it's not just a culture in South Africa. It's also a lifestyle that I as an incumbent, I make sure that people who love football enjoy football to the fullest by listening, by watching, by dressing up for football, and also becoming part of football by what they say when they see me, when they see football, other football fans, and when they watch football at stadium and also watching at home.
I love that. I really, really love that. Little did you know that you're making the lives in the past of men easier. If their wives are getting on board, let me tell you something. I'm still looking for a wife myself. If she wants to watch football, it's cutting out half of the admin at home between sharing the TV between me and her. And I love that. I mean, you're really the Paolo Maldini of commentary. You're talking about going into your 3rd decade of commentary, and long may that go on. Kev, what do you have for Mr. Mteto?
I love the fact that you said you've got a Bible of stats, or a Bible of your matches. I mean, how many stats have you got? You should actually think about publishing the Bible. I think the Baba Bible would sell in the thousands.
Yeah, the Baba Bible.
Yeah, that'd be great. I mean, so how many statistics in there, Baba?
Kevin, it's a massive Bible. I can think from 1999 to now. It has got team sheets. It has got yellow cards. It has got goals. It has got goal scorers. It has got the referee of the match. It has got all the stadiums I've been to. I've done World Cup since 2002, 6, 10, 14, 18, 22. I'm looking for 2026 now. I've done AFCONs 2002, 6, 10, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23. Wow. So that by itself, it's a book that I can write, but I need somebody like you. I know you write books. I know you're an author as well. I know you're an author as well.
Oh, here we go.
So,
are we both alive here?
Yeah, it can happen. You never know. Actually, to be honest, Kevin, I've followed your work before at newspapers. But I just want to say, I would like to write something, but I was waiting for the right moment. You know, when I joined Betway, I could see another door opening for me in terms of growing. Who am I and the career that I'm in? And with Betway's help, so much has happened in my life very drastically. And I think maybe after you said what you just said now, I need to talk. I need to call Phil aside and say, let's talk, Booty.
There we go. There we go.
Let's talk, Booty.
I mean, this is what happens. We're making it happen. Yeah, 2 icons. Kevin McCullum himself, an icon in terms of the writing world, and Baba Mteto
I can just see
getting
it now.
together.
It'll be the Betway Baba Bible.
Yeah, oh.
The BBB.
It's made. It writes itself. This is why the man is a legendary writer. You can hear that, Baba Mteto, a wordsmith. Kev, what else you got for that?
I was going to ask before we get into the betting, is there one game that you've covered that stands out above all, or are there a couple of games that stand out?
The one that stood out. It was my first ever game that I did live on television. It was a game in Kwakwa at the Charles Mopedi Stadium. It was called the Black Like Me football tournament. And that was my first game that I went live on television. And on the day, you'll be so surprised that the director that day said to me, he said, let's hear how does your voice sound, because he had never heard my voice before. And as soon as I started talking, he says to me, you are going to be a legend.
Wow.
Chabumunyakeni said that to me, said, you are going to be a legend. Just few lines from my introduction says, this is legendary stuff, I can tell you now. That game made me, and even today. And then it was the first game that I did for Bafana Bafana in my career. It was at FNB Stadium in 2005. It was a World Cup qualifier between Ghana and South Africa. That game had all the stars from Ghana. You had Amunike, you had Stephen Appiah. All those stars, they were there. And for me to do a game of that magnitude at that time, Bafana Bafana only needed a win to qualify for World Cup 2006 Germany. But we did not qualify. Instead, Ghana qualified, and they lost when they got there anyway. But another game was my first derby, a Soweto derby that I did in 2001. It was Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs. It was at Ellis Park, and I enjoyed that game so much. But unfortunately, it was the same year that we had the tragedy at Ellis Park. I was not commentating that day. I was watching from the stands. But I enjoyed being there, the moment, the ambience and everything that was happening. But the tragedy struck when so many people died on the day. The last game that I would say for me was recent times was the best, was the final of the FIFA World Cup, France against Argentina. I think there I did everything that God had given to me. I used it on the day. It was at Lusail Stadium in Qatar. And I knew that day, my favorite player, Lionel Messi, would do his thing and he lift his last trophy. How wrong was I? After that, he lifted the Copa America the following year. See, so that's how football is. But that game as well, if you can listen to that final and listen to the comment that we did together with Regine Lobo, he speaks Zulu, I speak Sesotho, and hear what you were saying on that day, I always have tears dripping from my eyes, because I've never thought I could do something like that. Even the 2018 final, France and Croatia, I still feel that was good, but not as good as the 2022 final in Qatar.
Amazing stuff. Baba Mteto, this is a betting show. Before we let you go, that's absolutely amazing stuff. If you are just joining us, Baba Mteto, the voice of the PSL and of course of global football. If you're an African, you do not need any introduction to this name. As he said, he's done World Cups, he's done all of these AFCONs, and of course the voice of the Premier League, over 1,000 Betway PSL games that he's done. It's a betting show. Some listeners have some skin in the game. Talk us through your predictions for the weekend and who you would put money on and why.
All right, let's start with the PSL. I'll go with AmaZulu and TS Galaxy. Galaxy has won more games than AmaZulu, but only by 1-4-3. And both have been struggling in the beginning, but slowly finding their feet. AmaZulu, up to now, they've won 2 games in a row, and they're going away to TS Galaxy. They'll try their best to maintain that. There were 2 players that are on form, and those players believe they're fit. When I asked yesterday, they are fit. They'll be playing on Saturday. And on Sunday, actually, what's going to happen is AmaZulu will score first, and then TS Galaxy will equalize, and that game will end in a stalemate.
All right, and then your next one, Baba Mteto?
It is Pirates Al Ahly, the biggest match of the continent this weekend. 2 former champions, Pirates champions in 1995, Al Ahly champions as many times as time immemorial, and they are also defending champions. And I can tell you now, Al Ahly is going to lose again at Orlando Stadium. Remember, Al Ahly has never won a match against a South African team on South African soil. They've never.
Long live.
They've lost 3 times. Yeah, they've lost 3 times to Pirates. They've only won once against Pirates in Cairo. When they beat Pirates 2-0, goal scored by the legendary Mohamed Abu Trika.
You love that.
And after that, they've lost to Sundowns 5-2 at Loftus, and then they've also lost Sundowns away from home.
Yeah.
So my take is very simple. Al Ahly will not leave Orlando with 3 points. That won't happen.
We love that.
Pirates gonna win this one hands down.
Love that. And your next one, Baba Mteto?
My next one is let's go to the Merseyside derby. It has always been a one-sided thing. They're playing game number 245 this season between Liverpool and Everton, though it's at Goodison Park this time. And with the form that Liverpool are at now, I don't see Everton beating Liverpool. So Liverpool is just a lead at the top.
Yeah, Kevin's going to love that. And you've got, you should have, do you have any more picks for us this weekend?
Yes, very good. I've got two last. The two London derbies, that is Chelsea and Tottenham. Chelsea will win that one hands down. Tottenham at the moment is struggling, but he has a good coach. The Australian man is a very good coach. He's done well for Tottenham since he arrived. But I can tell you now, Chelsea have got a better coach and they're more ambitious than Tottenham players. So with Bentancur and them struggling with form, I think I'll give it to Chelsea this one again. Arsenal and Fulham, another London derby, now played at Craven Cottage at Fulham. I don't think Fulham will beat Arsenal. Arsenal won again yesterday. Fulham, no. If Ayobi is not playing, the Nigerian, Fulham is not playing. As simple as that. So if he's not playing well on the day, I'll give 3 points to Arsenal. I think the Gunners now, they found their footing. Unless if they lose it before Christmas like they did last year when they lost to the same team in December. Remember they lost to Fulham last year in December. So if they do the same thing this year again, it's going to be the same thing that repeats itself, that they're going to lose the chase again. Because Liverpool is going to win and stretch. Manchester City won yesterday. They've gone back again to chasing. And Arsenal, they need to win like all their remaining games before Christmas. So when you go to Boxing Day and also New Year's Day, then they are at least closer to Liverpool. Liverpool still have difficult games ahead of them. You never know. They've lost one game already, but anything can still happen.
Anything can still happen.
This one I give it to Arsenal again.
All right, the voice of the Betway PSL, over 1,000 games. Babam Tetwa, it's been an absolute pleasure. Have a fantastic day, sir.
It's only a pleasure. Thank you, Kevin. You and I must talk.
We must talk.
There you have it. All right, Kev, we'll get out of here on how many teams have won the English Premier League.
Okay, just 7. Manchester United with 13, City with 8, Chelsea with 5, Arsenal 3, Blackburn Rovers, Leicester City and Liverpool all have 1.
That is exactly who has won the Premier League, and that is how we will get out of here for today. That is it for today's show. Join us tomorrow where we'll have the very best from Africa and around the world.
Win with OmniSport Africa, Africa's premier sports channel. Click omniaudio.africa for the chance to win a signed football jersey from your favorite team. From the Amakosi to the Red Devils. Who do you support? Register with your cell number now at omniaudio.africa to be entered into the monthly draw. Unless you're already a free registered listener to OmniSport Africa, in which case you're automatically entered.
It's in the back of the net!
OmniSport Africa, Africa's winning sports channel.
Listen to the noise!
Live on your phone, data free to MTN subscribers in South Africa, and on demand all the time at omniaudio.africa.